Hey everyone, Travis here at the very end of group stages with a very tall Nick Allen. I'm not that short, it's just the way he makes me look. Nick Allen, this is the final match. It's an extra match, a bonus match. But we're done now with Taipei and Singapore and the Southeast Asian block of the groups, or groups including all that. Anyway, moving on to Korea tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get a chance to talk to you a little bit about how you think World Championships has progressed so far. This is actually the first time that I can think of where a core Riot event has occurred in Southeast Asia. What have your thoughts been so far on how all that went down and the event in Taipei, Singapore, etc.?
Yeah, we've really enjoyed ourselves down here. It's been really, really fun. It's really hype. Fans are crazy. Say that every interview. Yeah. I got my 2013 World Championship shirt on. It's been a really great time. It's cool to be able to go through all of these different regions and have a cool, unique experience at each place. And that's something that we really, really wanted for this World Championship, and it's only going to continue as we move on to Busan and then eventually into Seoul as well. So yeah, it's been a great time. The matches have not disappointed. We're in our tiebreaker match right now, C9 versus Najin, and White Shield. And it's just been really, really exciting. Kaboom beat Alliance. Whoa! It's been nuts.
Yeah, I mean, has there been anything interesting or anything that surprised you about the event, or any memorable moments across either one of these two regions so far?
I mean, of course, Kaboom taking down, they're the massive underdog, beating the number one seed out of Europe, Alliance. So that's been pretty awesome. North America seems to have shown up quite a bit, and I don't know if that was quite the expectation that people weren't sure, and that's one of the cool things about the World Championship is you just really don't know how it's going to turn out. And we wanted surprises, and we got a lot of surprises. So the structure of the Worlds this year has been really, really good. We changed some things, specifically the group stage, how you needed to have different representation from each region in the group. So you didn't see two Korean teams in the same group, and this brought a lot of really interesting international play, and we're really happy with the way that things have turned out this year.
So really happy with the format then? So far everything looks good?
Yeah, well, really excited with the format. No buys is great. It just makes it feel like every team has earned their way into the quarterfinals, and it's such a big deal for every team to make it in. Really pleased. Not sure where we'll go from here, but really happy with 2014 World Championship.
Along with the format discussion, there was some discussion earlier on Reddit about the international wildcards and Dark Passage losing all their games, and then today, as you mentioned, Kaboom won. But any thoughts on the status of having international wildcards playing in the same groups?
What do you mean same groups?
Same groups as the rest of the... Because people have said gotcha. Maybe there should be some other entryway in there. So it's kind of weird to have a group that has one of these teams in it since they have a pretty good chance of losing.
It's weird. If this interview happened before the Kaboom game, I imagine I would give the same answer, but I think there's a lot more momentum behind the international wildcard teams now. They showed up. The exposure is really great for those regions to see and play on an international level. So we're actually really pleased with international wildcard. Again, not sure where we'll go next year with that, but for sure, we've seen that it's like an aspirational path for these regions, and we think that's really important to the growth and fostering the health of those regions and the development of the ecosystem. So, yeah, again, not totally sure where we're going with it, but we do know that when Kaboom beat Alliance was massive, not only online but here in person, front of house in the crowd. Everyone backstage was just really excited to see it happen. So, just really pleased with the turnout from International Wildcard.
Everybody has probably seen the analyst desk guys tweeting about being in LA or having a weird sleep schedule. I actually saw Krepo tweet that he was excited to head to Korea soon. Are we going to see the analyst desk in Busan?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, so we're not keeping it in LA the entire time. We're going to move it out, and hopefully they can adjust their sleep schedules appropriately and feed off the energy of the crowd. I think that was a really cool part of the Worlds last year, how they're in-house and they can hear the crowd cheering and groaning about whatever they say and feeding off the energy. So that's going to be a really cool thing as we bring it to Korea. And just another aspect of, again, how the tournament evolves over time as we continue on through all these these different countries and regions.
Well, I know running around and making sure the tournament is okay is your big thing while here, but I was curious if you'd had a chance to catch any of the analyst desk. I know that you guys have sort of mixed it up, rotating in some different personalities. People are really excited about how Crumb seems to be on a spree. Any thoughts on this year's analyst desk and how you guys are sort of rolling with it?
Yeah, we wanted to bring diversity and just bring a lot of different personalities. Not to say that like the personalities of last year are stale, but we, again, like similar to the group stages and a lot of different things we're doing, diversity is key. And the more that you change things up, the more it can appeal to a wider audience as well. And shout out to Crumbs for being the prediction god. I can't believe he called some of those matches. So, but yeah, like Analyst S has been really cool this year, and the diversity is something that we really appreciate.
All right, and talking about Seoul, moving on here in just a little bit, anything that, I know you guys have to sort of keep some things under wraps, but anything that you can give to fans or tease fans with about what they should expect in the next couple weeks?
Can't show our hand just yet. Of course, so we have some things back pocket for Korea, especially the finals. So for the love of God, check that out. Travis, don't bother showing up. And yeah, it's gonna be great. So make sure you check that out. Just to set the record straight, there was a cut in the video because Travis's memory card filled up. It's embarrassing, and I don't even want to work with him anymore. So
well, fantastic. Thank you. Always nice to get such a wonderful praise from you guys. Anyway, let's just wrap this up because I just want to be done with it now. After that, I give all the players and teams a chance to shout out, to say anything to their fans or anything like that. Here's your chance. Take it while I'll give it to you because I'm ready to just be done here.
I'm good. No, shout out to the fans in Taiwan and Singapore. You guys have been awesome. You can hear them in the background. They're so loud. They're so crazy. They root for everybody from China to Southeast Asia to Korea to North America to Europe. Everybody, they're just excited to be here. So shout out to those guys, and especially shout out to all the fans that have traveled from all over the world to be here and experience the World Championship with us, from Brazil and France and North America and Australia, from all over the Antarctica. That's not real. I'm just lying. Okay, all over the place. It's just thanks for being with us, and shout out to you guys.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. It's sometimes painful, but either way, we're done with it. You guys can check out the rest of our coverage of all things Worlds at ongamers.com.